Good morning. Welcome to JS Testing Academy. Welcome to the new series of videos that is automating Amazon application with the help of Playwright with JavaScript. Okay, so we are going to create one framework and then we are going to try automating some 2 3 test cases and then we integrating with different other tools. So that is a plan for this video. So we'll try to add DevOps tools also with this right playlist. So right, hope this one is useful for you. Okay, so the plan which I'm going to do for this a series of videos is, right, I'm going to create automate an uh, uh, Amazon application, right? Uh, with Playwright with JavaScript, okay, and then I'm going to create a BDD framework, okay, and then I'm going to add a test runner into it, and then page object model, okay, and data driven, okay, for multiple data testing, and then I'm going to add allure report, okay, and then I'm going to integrate with jitter, okay, and Jenkins and Docker and see how it goes. Okay, so this is the basic setup which I'm going to plan for this series of videos. I'll slowly create one framework, and from that right, we'll try to add, we'll see what are the other DevOps tools also, like for example cloud execution can be added in this particular tutorial. Okay, so just kindly watch this series of videos. Okay, so I've already right put in our YouTube channel right Playwright with JavaScript from basics. Okay, from the introduction to all the basic learning, like for example locators, alert handling, window handling, drop down, everything has been added right in our playlist. For learning basic things, you can go to this video in our JS Testing Academy site, and you can go through this Playwright with Java, and you can learn right from the basics. This series of videos is about framework, but if you want to learn from basics, you can go through it. And the introduction part of Playwright with JavaScript and installation part has been added in our YouTube channel. In this, right, for example, Playwright with JavaScript introduction and installation part 1, you can go and see the basic introduction and installation. Okay, for what are the things we need to set up is, right, we need to have Visual Studio Code in our machine. Then we need to download and install Node.js, and then you should have npm to be installed. You can do from the command prompt. Okay, for the basic setup part, please go through this video to how to write install the basic things in our machine. Okay, so go to our JS Testing Academy site and you can search for Playwright with JavaScript, and you can see the instruction and installation part right from the video, and you can set it up in your machine. Make sure you are setting up with JavaScript. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to create one folder in my machine. Right, I'm going to create one folder name Amazon, okay, Playwright, Playwright automation. Okay, so I'm just creating one right folder Amazon Playwright with right automation in my right uh, folder in my machine, so that we are going to use it. Okay, so I created one folder in my machine. Now I'm going to Visual Studio Code. Hope you all set up Node.js, npm, right, and the Visual Studio Code in your machine by watching the my previous video in our YouTube channel. Okay, so after creating a folder, right, you should go to the command prompt. Okay, you go here to the folder and you go to the command prompt. Okay, so now before that, what you need, first you could create, go to the command prompt of the folder whatever you created, and you can also go here, open folder. Okay, and you can search the Amazon Playwright automation folder which we created, and select folder, and you should able to open a new project in your Visual Studio. How to open a new project? Right, you need to create one folder in your machine, and go to Visual Studio Code, go and click file and click open folder, and you should create a folder, and you can open the project in your Visual Studio Code. Okay, now we need to install right the yeah, yeah, all the basic things right in our framework. For example, the dependencies like test runner, cucumber, allure report, all these dependencies we need to install in our project so that we can access it. Okay, and we also need to install the browsers also for different browsers, whatever browsers which you are going to use, right, we need to do it. Okay, for that what I'll do is, right, I will go to a terminal in my Visual Studio Code. From the project, I will first write create npm. Okay, npm, we are going to initialize the project. Okay, init, okay, hyphen y. Okay, so I'm just giving right initialize. See, a package.json has been created. Now we'll install the dependencies in the project. For that, I'll giving npm install. First we'll add the test runner. Okay, same thing like test ng. Right, we use test runner in Playwright also. Okay, one minute, install. Okay, at Playwright, first I'll install the test runner. Okay, Playwright slash test. Okay, so this is going to install play test runner dependencies in the project, and I'll also install cucumber. Okay, in the project. Okay, so this will download and install the cucumber dependencies, and next one is I will add the allure reporting also. Playwright allure command line, so it's going to write uh, install the dependencies for the allure. Okay, next one is if I want to test in cross environment, I install the dependency cross env. Okay, so I'm installing test runner, cucumber, allure reporting from command line, and cross environment. If I want to test in different environments, I need to install the dependencies. I'm just installing all the dependencies in my project. Okay. Okay. So, sorry, I did miss one thing. Cucumber, I missed you here. Okay. So, cucumber, right? I missed you here. That's why it didn't install. Let me run it. So, it's going to install the test runner, cucumber, allure, and the cross environment dependency in our project. Okay. So, it's going to download and install now. Let's wait for uh, 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, now it's done. All the packages has been added into the project. Okay, so this is how we can add dependencies. Let me show you again, and I'll copy this and I'll put in the notepad also. Okay, so we need to set up these things in our machine. Okay, npm install Playwright test, cucumber, Playwright, and allure command line, and cross environment. Okay, so now we did install the dependencies. We also write we one Okay, so we did install the dependencies. We also need to install the browsers also. Okay, for that I will give, okay, npx playwright So we need to use this right commands, and we need to set up our Playwright automation. Okay, so if I give install, it will install the browsers, okay, like Chromium browser, okay, Firefox browser, right? We used to test with different browsers, right? So that can be automated. Now the project has been set up, the dependencies has been added in our machine. Okay, you can see the dependencies, right, will be there, and package.json will be created. Okay, a default package.json has been created now. Okay, so now the basic setup has been done. We need to create the folders in our project. Okay, the structure of the project, as I told you, I'm going to create a BDD framework with test runner, page object model, data driven, and value reporting. Okay, so for that we need to create a folder structure, right? For that we can create a folder from here. Okay, we can create a folder from folder from here. Okay, I can do it, or I can create a folder with the command line. Let me try with the command line. Make dir. Okay, first I'll create a future folder for BDD. So okay, so for BDD, I'll create a future folder, features. Then for step definition, I'll create one folder called as steps. Then for page object model, I'll create one folder called as pages. Then for write hooks, I'll create one folder called as support. Then for config, I'll create one folder called as config. And for reporting, I'll create one folder called as reports. Okay, so I'll create write different folders here in the project. First one is a futures, next one is write steps, pages, support, config, and report. Okay, so I'm going to create 6 folders in the project. I'm going to click enter. One, make the futures, steps, write folders. Okay, it's my mistake actually. Right, this we should give from the command prompt. Okay, not from the terminal. It's a PowerShell, right? So this command we have to do individually. This we have to do from the command prompt. Let me copy this one. Okay, I'll go to the command prompt. Okay, then I'll give this. Then the folders will be created. Okay, so since it's a PowerShell, right, it's not accepting the command, right, command prompt command. Okay, so now if I go refresh, you see, right, all the folders has been created. As I told you, you can create the folders from your project in the Visual Studio Code. For example, you can create right, uh, like this, right, you can give, and you can create a folder here. For example, right, config property, I'm just giving, already I've added, I'm just telling you, config dot property. So if I give like this, right, it will create a folder. Okay, so you can either create here, or you can create from the command line. In your terminal, you should give like this, mkdir. You should give singly, not multiple folders you can create. For example, I'm just going to give reports. So already had a report, let me add yes here. So you can see, right, a folder has been created. Multiple folders it won't accept. Okay, this is a command line, right, command. Okay, not we can run from the terminal here. Okay, PowerShell terminal. So we can give single folder, it will accept, but not the multiple folders, or we can directly create a folder here. So this is the structure of a project, right, of our BDD Cucumber framework. One is a config, next one is futures, next one is pages, next one is reports, next one is step definitions, right, and right, and you can add the hooks also. Okay, so this is the folder structure of a project. Let me go to the futures. Let me create one file. Okay, Amazon. Okay, dot Amazon search dot feature. Okay, so this is a feature file. Okay, so Amazon search dot feature. Okay, so in the pages, let me give a step definition. I'll create one file. Okay, so search page dot js javascript file. Okay, so now in the right pages, I'll also create another file. Okay, result page dot js. Okay, like that I'm going to create a folder structure in my project. Let me go to step definitions. I will go here and I'll create a file amazon. Okay, amazon right steps steps dot js. Okay, so I've created one step definition amazon things. Next one also I can add hooks here. Right, new file hooks dot js. Okay, so I've added a hooks also, and right, hooks has been added. Step definition, a report we can add it. Okay, and right, config is there. Okay, config we can add one file called as cucumber dot js. So we are going to add the cucumber config here. Okay, cucumber dot js. Okay, so supports right amazon steps, search pages, future file, and cucumber file. Okay, so we can also add the jenkins file also here. Okay, for example, one minute. Okay, I'm going to add jenkins file in my project. Okay, so I've added the jenkins file. Same thing, I'll also add the docker file also. Docker. So this is how we can create the structure of the project for our playwright automation. I've added the docker file, and I'm also going to add the docker compose file also. Docker hyphen compose dot yaml. Okay, so I've added docker file, jenkins file, docker hyphen compose dot yaml. Okay, so all has been added right into our framework. As I told you, this is going to be an BDD framework. BDD means behavioral driven development. Right, we write some simple English test cases that is converted to automation scripts for easy understanding, maintainability. Okay, and we are going to add page object model, this page design pattern for each page one class. Right, so why means for easy understanding, maintainability, and reusability, and we can also keep the right locators in our framework. Okay, so we're going to add bdd and right page object model when we are going to add right our test runner in our framework in the name of hooks. Okay, so this is the basic setup we need to do for our bdd framework. Okay, hope you are setting up in your machine and following this series of videos. The next videos we will start adding code, future file, and steps in our project, and we'll set up the hooks also. So we'll start adding the code in our further videos. Okay, hope this video is useful for you. Hope you're all setting up with me. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Meet you soon on next part of video.